went to the police station. Exactly. So I'm the founder of On for Philanthropy to get connected with the digital world and had a team of police with me. I do research on domestic animals with me.
Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is me, Hasini Lakshmanarayanan, and if you're here for the first time, I'm Hasini, the founder of The First Step, which is basically a YouTube channel where I am interviewing young achievers. This is the first step in association with the CIT, Chennai Institute of Technology, the number 2 college in Tamil Nadu. And as our guest today, we have Vignesh, who is the founder of the platform called Earn for Philanthropy, which basically aims to help small and unexplored NGOs. And he's also an author of the book called Try Not to Fit In. Not only this, but he's also a public speaker, and also he is very much put into sports. He is basically a multi-talented kid, and I am very much waiting to talk to him, interact with him, and know more about him. So I believe that this conversation is definitely going to be an inspirational one. Looking forward, let's all welcome Vignesh together, shall we? Hi,
Hello.
you are the founder of a platform called Earn for Philanthropy, which aims to help small and unexplored NGOs. So I request you to tell about that starting off.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm the founder of On for Philanthropy. As the name suggests, philanthropy, which you can refer it to charity. But to tell it more exactly, it basically helps small and unexplored NGOs to get connected with the digital world, and we help them providing with the financial and digital support. So basically, what we do is we let the NGOs register on our website, and then they can have a donate button on their web page, and there they can have an access to financial support from the visitors. So this is what we do. And secondly, I'm here with Anfa Philanthropy to spread the awareness of philanthropy in its real sense. And I'm also telling some benefits, such as spiritual, community at large benefits, individual benefits of philanthropy. So yeah, that is
That's amazing.
anfaphilanthropy.org.
That is amazing. You're doing a great job. So you are the author of the book Try Not to Fit In. Tell us about the book.
Uh-huh. Okay, so Try Not to Fit In is a non-fiction book, which can be categorized as self-help or inspirational book. So yeah, that's Try Not to Fit In.
Amazing.
It has been meant for young and aspiring entrepreneurs.
Great. So my next question is about the book itself. So how did you get your ideas to write a book on, being it an inspirational content for budding entrepreneurs? And what is the book about? As you mentioned, it is inspirational for budding entrepreneurs, and your book has reached as a bestseller. Amazing. So how delighted were you after hearing the news that you were,
Okay, yeah, Amazon. So Try Not to Fit In. Basically, it is divided into 7 parts. So I got 7 chapters. That is number 1 is attitude, dream big, believe in yourself, invest in yourself, stay away from naysayers, be fair, and have faith in God. So basically, these are 7 parts, and in that I explained it briefly about each part. And so it got listed on Amazon from the publisher itself. So it got its bestseller rank, I guess, in 3 to 4 days. So it reached the, it got sold over 300 copies in 3 days. And further, it has been also, displayed in the recommendation list of Nirma University, Ahmedabad, in which I am the youngest author, and further, I am among the few Indians. The parts I derived from in the book are from like late night talks with my father. So I used to discuss with my father, and I derived the core values from my father's point. And further, during my stay with some of the admirable personalities, yeah, from that all I derived the 4 points, and yeah, I authored the book.
that is sweet and it's amazing. And happy that you have such kind of book where a lot of people can also get benefited from. So moving on to the next question, you being the youngest person to get honored with a certificate of recognition from the Maharashtra police for helping the police in catching the gang of Gamblers.
Gamblers.
I mean, that's insane. It's not very easy. How did that happen?
As coming back from my tuition towards my home. So at that day, I took the unusual road, which I don't usually take. That is behind the tuition. So there lies some shattered and broken houses. So when I was moving by that lane, so I found that no, not actually. As when I was moving by that lane, so I heard some numbers which were really big amounts. So at that very point, I realized that that they something gambling kind of things are happening. So I gave it an immediate response, and I immediately went to the police station, and I had a team of police with me back to the spot, and I helped police by spotting and catching the gamblers. In that process, I also got hurt. So yeah, that time I was awarded as a certificate of recognition from Maharashtra police.
Amazing. I mean, that's insane. We don't have such a kind of braveness, or okay, I'll have to inform this. Being a citizen, I wouldn't
Mhm.
have, I wouldn't be that brave. Go ahead, inform
Yeah.
police, go back to the same place, fight them against, and then,
Mhm.
but I mean, it's amazing. So
Yeah.
another thing is, like, you're also good at sports. You also hold a record for jumping. I mean, for skipping the maximum number of
Mhm.
jumps in 30 seconds. For the from the Indian Book of Records, I believe.
Mhm.
So apart from this, how do you treat sports? How do you think it is essential for the children today?
Yeah, that's right. I am a national record holder at India Book of Records for doing skipping in 30 seconds. And you asked me how I treat sports. So basically, I'll tell you the fact. If you see, all the two-thirds CEOs of Fortune 500 companies are from military or sports background. So what I derive from that particular thing is there should be something related to sports in your life. Like I'll give an explanation. The reason is because the sports give us the a backing for the games, like as I'm a state player in handball and drop row ball. So it gives a essence of how team works, team management, and yeah, that kind of things. And in individual sports like skipping, swimming, it gives you an essence of like in backing, or the basics. You'll understand the basics, like how to succeed in life as an individual, both as
Hmm.
a team and individual. You will get to know in sports. So yeah.
Yeah, true. I agree with you as well. And I also feel like in some way, every person is related into some sort of sports. It could be even an
Yeah.
IPL. Even if you're going to watch IPL, end of the day, you're going to learn something which is going to benefit
Hmm.
you later on.
Exactly.
So, apart from this, you're also a public speaker, very multi talented. So, what
Hmm.
kind of genre do you speak on? And mainly, could you tell us about your journey? I mean, there is definitely going to be a story for everybody, right? For me, like, I started this pandemic, starting off with a small interview like Father's Day, and then I'm here now. So,
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, could you tell us about your
that's a great
journey?
thing. So yeah, as a public speaker, I my maiden attempt was recently, like 2 years, no, not 2 years, 2 months back. I was called at RNLES Latur to speak on the topic marginalized industry, and to make
Okay.
students aware about the marginalized industry. So basically, like I am interested to economics and business affairs. So yeah, due
Okay.
to my book, they called me. So that was my maiden attempt, and I got to learn my mistakes. And so basically, I spoke on marginalized industry, which is the industry which we ignore. The roadside industry, the unorganized sector, which we call the
Mm-hmm.
unorganized sector. So which fortunately contributes 50% of GDP, around 50% of GDP, and still we don't recognize it. So basically, I spoke on that topic and made students aware about that, and yeah.
Amazing.
And also, I got awarded as a reward speaker, and it was a soul speaking event.
Yeah. You are insane, I'll have to say. I mean, you have achieved in every possible single way you could, showcasing all of your talents that you had. So, you yourself being an inspiration, who is your inspiration? See, I have said that many times, but again, it suits it best here.
Okay. So inspiration, actually, I'm inspired from John D. Rockefeller. He was an American business magnate and philanthropist. So actually, I'm very much inspired by his sports, then the work, the way he did work, and the legacy he left behind. Like the Rockefeller Foundation is still working. So basically, I'm very much inspired from John D. Rockefeller. Yeah, and that is my inspiration.
Okay, cool. I mean, hope that you'll
Yeah.
also become one big, uh, one big entrepreneur. You'll also be a philanthropist, a very big philanthropist. See, you're already an entrepreneur, you're already a philanthropist, but hope that you grow more and more and get, I mean, a lot of people get inspired by you as well. One wish from
Your
my
wishes.
side. And one more thing is like you already, are put into many things like public speaking, sports, being an entrepreneur, a philanthropist. So apart from this, what are your other hobbies? What we know Vignesh as a person like this. But apart from that, how are you in like your house? Is there anything else you do like a normal child? Something like sort of that?
Okay. Yeah, I am a normal child. Okay, so as such, I don't have hobbies, but still, yeah, in free time, I love to read books and newspapers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I daily get newspaper from nearby shop, and that's my daily expenditure. It counts in my account. And secondly, during weekends, Saturday, Sundays, I do research on domestic animals, which may sound crazy to you, but yeah, I like it. And I do have
Okay.
some pets. You know, I'm crazy about pets. So
Me
I
too.
have birds, rabbits, dogs, cows, and everything, everything. Yeah.
Amazing. I love pets. But just that I couldn't get one. But I hope that I get one. I will get one day probably. Okay, let's move on. So, what are your future plans? And is there any current? I mean, are you writing any book currently? Could we expect any
uh,
new launches from you? Or yeah, you can go ahead and say whatever you would like to.
okay. So currently, I'm not writing any book as of now. But yeah, I
Mhm.
am currently working on a startup idea. I'm researching on it, and
Okay.
yeah, my
Okay.
future plan is crisp and clear. Like plan, achieve. Sorry, plan, work, and achieve. That's my future plan.
Amazing. Okay. Everybody should have a mindset like this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever your teacher is going to ask you, don't tell, I want to be a pilot, I want to be a doctor, or I want to be so and so. But something which I lately realized is like teenage is the age when you realize, like, okay, I'm really confused. I really don't know what I want to become until you move on to your 11th standard where you had to choose your group based.
Mm-hmm.
Very much
In
like
this
that.
context, I would like to tell you on like a famous saying.
Yeah, go ahead.
Uh, so basically, if your actions happens to be wrong, but your if intention is right, so God will help you. That is mentioned in my book. So as such, you should not make any plan, like a very firm plan that I'll be a pilot and I should be a pilot. If I am not pilot, then I won't be, like that kind of things. So basically, what you should do is you should just aim for a thing that should be good. And if your intention is right, 100% your actions are going to be right by default. And yeah, so there will be some divine support. I believe that, and I have
Yeah.
been experiencing it.
Cool. I mean, I guess it's so true, and that is what is happening in everybody's life currently. So just
Yeah.
what you said is absolutely true, and just carry forward this message. That's what I would
Yeah.
also like to say. And my last question is there anything you would like to change in this society? If so, what, and what kind of solution do you have for it?
For sure, I want to change something. Like I want to change the mindset of people from being a job seeker to being job creator. This is what I want to change. Like currently in my peer group, I'm experiencing, even in my surrounding, I'm experiencing that they want to have job. They are working for job. So I think that India is not growing because of this particular. Yeah, there are many factors, but this is one of the factors. So yeah, I want to change the mindset of being of people from being a job seeker to job creator,
Yeah, definitely.
and
I
I'll
will
surely
also,
do it.
yeah, all the best for that, and I hope that
Thank you.
one day you could also change all people's mindset to, instead of
Hope
seeking
so.
for jobs, they could also create their own passion, and bringing it
Mhm.
into a reality instead of looking for
Exactly.
jobs and working under somebody. I would not say like there aren't people from India, but most of them are working under peoples who aren't Indians as well. So I mean, what you said is definitely true. I
Yeah.
had learned a lot today, especially from you, and thank you so much for accepting the invitation, being here.
Except thank you from my side. Actually, I'm extremely overwhelmed with joy that I got an opportunity to come over the first step and speak with you, Hasini.
Thank
Very,
you.
very thank you.
Okay, I'm very much happy right now. Okay, so yeah, again, once again, thank you so much. And if the people watching this, if you like this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to click on your post notifications because you don't have to miss another video. Until then, this is Hasini here and Vignesh signing off. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.